What the 20 car's got to do right now.
One of the most coveted wins in all of racing. In front of who today? Will it be Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, Matt Kenseth, Martin Truex Jr., all in the top four? Back to racing at the Brickyard. Second attempt at overtime. Busch able to clear the 22 of Joey Logano. He gets up the racetrack a little bit higher as they come out of two. That allows Kenseth to move inside of Joey Logano. Now the race to the overtime line. They stay green. He gets to the overtime line. It will be an official. Official attempt at overtime. Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth. Joey Logano's dropped back to third. Denny Hamlin, fourth. They spread out as they come by the grandstands. 1 lap to go. The question now, do they have enough fuel to go all the way around? Through 1 and 2. Kyle Busch way out front. Kyle Busch, after winning the championship in 2015, many wondered if he could finish races, if he could win the championship. He showed everyone a year ago he could do just that. Now he'll get through 4 for the final time at the Brickyard in a racetrack that makes legends. Kyle Busch has been legendary today. Kyle Busch, back-to-back, wins at the Brickyard. Busch is separating himself.
Great team. Good job.
Even from the greats and the greatest of this sport. He swept both races a year ago. He does it again at one of the most historic racetracks in the world. First driver in NASCAR history to sweep both poles and races in the same weekend. Of Kyle Busch showing through as he gets another Brickyard 400 win. Kyle Busch celebrating at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. This moment presented by Sunoco, fueling victories all season long. No one can question how dominant this performance was by the 18 team, leading 149 laps. Let's hear from team owner. He's standing by with Dave.
And that was like a 49-0 victory on the football field, but it didn't happen without a couple of restarts there at the end. How nervous were you, Coach?
No, I was real nervous. I felt like the more restarts we had, the tougher it's going to be on us, because some of those guys had 4 tires. Kyle just did a great job. I'm happy for Skittles, Mars, everybody back there at Mars. We just want to thank you so much. This is just a great deal for us.
Just seen so much, sorry Coach, conditioning be so important. How impressed are you that Kyle outlasted him that way too?
Well, I think for everybody out there it was hard on them. So I think these guys though are in good condition to drive these cars like this. You got to admire them. So the whole field. So we appreciate being here. All the fans at Indy, we love coming to Indy. The Lord's blessed us with a great day.
Big day for Joe Gibbs Racing, and now Kyle. It's like a little extra time, a little overtime himself there, Rick.
Yeah, and how about this? What a great moment. The 14 and the 88 taking a final lap around Indianapolis Motor Speedway together. Tony Stewart in his final season. Jeff Gordon coming out of retirement to substitute drive for Dale Earnhardt Jr. And recognizing the fans here in Indianapolis who have been so good to both these drivers.
Yeah, recognizing the fans, but also recognizing each other. There's a lot of respect between these two race car drivers. They both know and recognize the ability of the other and the effort that they both put into their careers. And you can see, you just think about this a little while ago. They thought about this a couple days ago, I would imagine.
The championships between the two, the race wins. Kyle Busch continues his celebration. We'll go for the checkered flag. It's becoming very familiar what Kyle Busch can do behind the wheel of a race car. As he makes his way back to the car. The bow.
We have so much respect for what they did this weekend, what Kyle Busch did, Joe Gibbs Racing. We would have loved to have been part of something that made NASCAR history. It's something no one's ever done before. The reason they've never done it before, because it's exceptionally hard to pull it off.
You know, Rick, now that I'm no longer on top of the pit box, I look back at my stats of what I was able to accomplish, and I remember how difficult those wins were, how difficult those poles were. I can't get my brain around sweeping a weekend. This performance by Kyle Busch, it truly is legendary. When you talk about Tony Stewart and Jeff Gordon and what they've accomplished in their careers, Kyle Busch is starting to write a resume that compares with major names like those two.
Yeah, the greats. The only thing that's not on the resume right now is multiple championships, but he's well on his way to potentially his second championship and defending the title that he won a year ago.